Chris Charlton for where-does-Godzilla-poop.com. This is Puddle, which might be familiar to some of you. This has been sort of around the block on PC, Wii, I think, various other sort of mobile platforms, Vita maybe as well, PlayStation 3, not sure. It's certainly been around the houses, but it's only just come out on iOS, so here's a quick go through of a couple of videos. The idea behind this is that you're guiding different fluids. Yeah, don't get any filthy thoughts in your mind. You're guiding different kinds of fluid around different mazes by tilting the world around it. Well, actually, I say tilting. The iPhone version actually defaults to touch controls, so you're touching left and right to actually move the world around. You can tilt as well, but probably the fact that it defaults to touch might suggest that tilt isn't ideal. Here, I've screwed myself up already. Great. So, yeah, I don't think we need to skip this level. The idea, each level has a different objective. Usually it's just get to the exit. Here I'm using fertilizer to grow plants, so I want this bulb navigated around the map, so I need to push it as I go, and I have to think about how the fluids, the different fluids you have control over have different amounts of weight. You see in the top left corner there, I've got to keep as much of the liquid as I can within a kind of, within a passing limit. You can see by the red line there in the top left corner. Before the end, if I lose too much fluid, then it's game over and I've failed the mission. But you can see liquids have different amount of weight, so if I put enough onto this branch, it's going to snap. And it's a really good looking game, and lots of energy put into this, put into the liquid physics and the fluid dynamics here, which are really great looking, and I've screwed this up. But I've been finding it's not the most ideal of puzzle games, because it will just, there's nothing, well, I'd say there's nothing. Very frequently my measure of whether a game is challenging or whether it's just stupid hard is, if I was really good at this, could I pull this off in one go? And for the most part with levels and puddles, the answer to that is no. Like, you kind of have to play through, and it's about memorization, because otherwise you'll be happily rolling your puddle along, and then you'll run into an obstacle that there was no way of avoiding if you didn't know it existed beforehand. So lots of emphasis on memorization, but at the same time there's no sort of checkpointing system, so it's more just trial, error, and then going back and doing the same 2-3 minutes again, which kind of gets a little bit repetitive. So I'm going to hold up and sort of tilt as far left as I can to sort of break my puddle here. And now it's kind of okay to advance. Oh, it's not really though. Here we go. Gee. Go, 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 go. So as I said, this is a little bit different, using, or so far from what I've played, using the plants here. As you see from the level select at the start of the video, there's you get a different kind of liquid that you're in charge of in between levels, each with their own kind of properties, and therefore with different puzzles to solve. I might have shafted myself here again. Yeah, and I have. Great. So yeah, you can go to the next level by whining. You have 4 whines left. That's cute, but it's like, it's not really my fault that I failed. But if I replay the level, I have to go all the way back to the beginning again. So yeah, why not? Let's whine and skip and see what comes next. And okay, so what I want to do here is keep things in the beaker, keep the beaker level Be careful of the test tubes. The liquid can burn for a short period of time before being consumed. Usually the objective is just to get to the end of a level and get to an exit, but sometimes, or particularly at the end of each section or each batch of levels, you have to do something in particular. This looks pretty chilled out, pretty easy so far. Okay, so I lost a little bit there, and I have to tie my way across here. Yeah! Crap. So yeah, again, that timing test, because of the way the camera is kind of zoomed in on you, there was no real way of telling what's going to happen until you fail once. So now it's like, well, I'll try and keep it in mind next time, but it's mildly frustrating. But still, yeah, that said, there we go. It's a really pretty little puzzle game, almost a puzzle platformer in a sense. Certainly just, I mean, even just the fluid alone, like pretty physics stuff going on, I'm always a sucker for. So it might be worth checking out. It's 240 yen, I think $3 on the App Store right now, and yeah, nothing too striking, but a pretty decent distraction perhaps. And see if I can. No, I'm not going to get to the end of one level before the end of the video. Yeah, that's it. For more on iOS games, PC games, console games, Japanese life, and more, do head on over to wheredoesgodzillapoop.com. I'm Chris Charlton. Thanks for watching. Bye.